I know, it's bad. It's like 2 spots right here.
I was out at Highboy today in Independence where they did one of the other shoots to film something with Lauren, and the wind today.
Oh.
Yes.
Gosh, with my long hair, I was like, we just gotta wait
That was the
until we have a spot where it calms down.
Andy Reid one, right?
Yeah, with the nuggies and the French
That was
fries.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I love that he's doing commercials.
Who are we
So
talking about?
fun.
Andy Reid.
Reid.
Yeah, he's in them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. He was so they were just making stuff up on the fly.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
hilarious.
fun. Fun.
Yeah, all right. They're asking for mic checks from everyone, so if you just want to say your first and last name as they're doing the mic checks.
Jamie Morrow.
Eileen Rivera.
Latoya Ebony.
Chad Crenshaw.
Does everyone look and sound okay? Okay, each of you count to 10, same order.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
En español. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I love how everyone did it differently too. Add some spice.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay. Just to start off with everything, I'm going to have each of you give your position within the commercials that you all have worked on. Kind of the same order that we were going in.
Okay, great. Do I say my name?
Sure, yeah. Okay, we'll start from, we'll do the first name, last name, spell it, and then give the position on the commercials that you work on.
Great. Jamie Morrow, Jaimie Morrow. I was one of the principal actors in the Community America commercial that everybody's been seeing everywhere, as well as background in the State Farm commercial and Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders.
Awesome. Eileen?
Hi, Eileen Rivera, EILEENRIVERA. I was the principal actor on the Head and Shoulders commercial.
Hi, I'm Latoya Ebony, LATOYA EBONY. I was one of the principal actors on the Community America shoot and background for Head and Shoulders.
Chad Crenshaw, CHADCRENSHAW. I was a principal actor on Community America, and then I was background on State Farm.
How many commercials have you guys been in this year versus maybe some past years?
Are you referring to like commercials with Mahomes and Kelce or just in general?
In general, so the amount of commercials that you typically work on each year, and then compared to maybe with the rise of the amount of commercials that you have been in with Mahomes and Kelce.
Right. I've been quite lucky in the commercials that I've been in the past. I usually average around 10 commercials a year, but in the time frame that Mahomes and Kelce were shooting here in town, in 6 weeks I was in 3 commercials, which was amazing.
Yeah, excuse me. Ironically for me, I moved here about 2 years ago from New York City, where I had a commercial agent, but it was very slow. I just did not have a commercial career. And then I moved here, hung out for a year, thinking about whether I should reach out to agencies. And once I did, literally, they were like, we might have this Head and Shoulders thing for you. First audition with that agency, first booking.
Amazing.
And then I've auditioned for a couple of commercials after that, but haven't booked them yet. But that was quite the win.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Move from New York City
That's
to
exactly
Kansas
right.
City. That's how
That's
you get the
exactly
commercials.
right.
Yeah.
So ironic.
Yeah, Mahomes just touching your head.
Yep. Midas touch. Oh, touching the head. That's funny. Yeah. He didn't quite touch my head. He just sort of respectfully touched my hair. I was sort of hoping for a massage, but we're strangers. I get it.
That That is one of the more relaxing things to do as a woman is to go to the hair salon and get a nice scalp massage.
Yeah. They didn't let me up during breaks because it would be too much to sort of get me back down. So I was just like, everybody was taking a break and I was just like, okay.
With foam on your head.
Yeah, there was like a suds bucket and a guy. Yeah, it was hilarious.
They usually never offer the Patrick Mahomes treatment.
Yeah, that's a priceless gift there. You can't pay for that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I'll always have it.
Yes.
What about you, LaToya?
Yeah, I came from Los Angeles. I'm pretty new to Kansas City, and I've been fortunate to be welcomed by this acting community, and it's similar to Jamie. I think I was more on the TV film side, and I came here, and I think there was a span of, you said, like 6 weeks, and it was just like back-to-back work. So it's been pretty incredible.
Yeah, definitely within that time frame of like all of a sudden it felt like things were just exponentially coming in for stuff and big stuff. Which is usually a change. Usually it's like we get a thing here or a thing there, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like it's 3 or 4 big jobs all shooting at the same time, which is pretty incredible. So.
Yeah.
What's it like to work with our local superstars, Chad?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was interesting to see. We had a lot of people on the Community America one.
Yes.
And so it was a lot of people there, a lot of extras and stuff. And he was super friendly, nice to everybody. Everybody was real super respectful, trying to make him laugh. He was turning around making us laugh. So I mean, he's aware of his presence, and I mean, the pressure on him is everybody's watching him, wanting to see what he's going to do. And
All
stuff.
the time.
All the time. Yeah, I mean, anytime any of them he was in the roam, it was like, there he is, he's over in the door.
Yeah, eyeballs.
So,
What about you, LaToya?
Honestly, I was so impressed. He, if you study the craft of acting, you know that commercials are kind of their own beast. They can be kooky, wacky, and also inspiring. And the contrast of like Head and Shoulders and Community America, but like he held his own. I mean, he's super professional. Very kind, super laid back, chill. Like you said, he was joking around. Patrick Mahomes is who I'm talking about, if you missed that. And no, I was very impressed by his ability to tackle the work. It was cool.
Yeah.
Do you think Mahomes and Kelce have a future in movies with their background in acting at least?
Oh, well, if they can do whatever they want after this. I mean, really, they're such great spokespeople because they do exude kindness and friendliness. And if they want to do movies, they can do movies. They have a lot of camera experience at this point. Kelce doing Saturday Night Live and stuff. I mean, they can do whatever they put their minds to, I imagine.
I think watching them the last couple of years, I think with both of them, you really very quickly have seen them gain that confidence of going from kind of just like, oh, I'm just working out, I'm just doing, the Patrick Mahomes thing. And like now it's like, it's lines, it's acting, it's being funny. It's, there's a lot more involved and a lot more that they're giving them because they're just getting so much better too, which just makes them more fun.
Yeah.
And more fun material.
I feel like the directors trust them as well with the material. They give them ideas, but they also give them free range to be creative and come up with ideas. Andy Reid in particular was fabulously funny of how they just kept going and going after the written lines were done. I would love to see those.
He should be on Saturday Night Live next.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Andy Reid on Saturday Night Live.
I'd pay to see that. I'd go sit in that audience. Is there a Mahomes and Kelce effect to commercial production here in Kansas City? Right now, the topic of conversation is the Taylor Swift effect of everyone buying tickets to come see our hometown team. Is there a Mahomes and Kelce effect to commercials?
I think so. I remember being on the Head and Shoulders set, walking from trailer to trailer, and I believe who was Mahomes' manager, don't quote me, said to somebody on production, so I was just overhearing, like, there's going to be more. And the implication to me was, more here than Texas, where he's from, or LA, where a lot of things are shot, or New York. And so I thought, wow, they can really, they'll bring people here where they need to be. So yes.
Because we have the local industry, we have the local crew to support them coming here.
Indeed.
And Mahomes gets to stay home with his family
Yeah.
And Brittany and their kids were on set for the State Farm commercial. They came to visit the Head and Shoulders set. So he gets to still be active and engaged with his family without having to hop on a train or a plane. Why did I say a train?
Trains and automobiles.
We don't know what he likes to travel
I
on.
heard he likes to take a train. Just start that way. But yeah, there's the sense of him staying here, him having that hometown feel, and also employing the city in which he lives.
Exactly.
That was kind of my next question, LaToya. How does this elevate Kansas City and the work that we do here?
Well, I'm not from Kansas City, admittedly, but, being here, I have noticed there's such a sense of community in general with the people. Like, this is the first city I've been to where they're literally wearing the jerseys year round. I mean, it's incredible the support that the city has for the team and the players. And, it already was a lovely community from what I can see. And it's just having them here, having more jobs accessible to the creatives that are here, the crew, the actors, the directors, the writers. It's a wonderful thing to see, and how their talent feeds what we do, and vice versa. So it's just an elevation.
Yeah.
Final notes, Chad?
I think it's been, as far as the impact of it, is I think there's a lot of people that have come and seen what Kansas City has to offer. And where before it's like, I think people would have tried to well, let's bring them to LA, or let's get them up to Chicago, we can do more. And then I think they come here and they say oh no, we can do just as much. And there's a lot of crews that, they're great and very professional and can do all the work that anybody can do anywhere. And so I think they're more interested in finding new places to shoot and seeing how great Kansas City is with that.
And that tax incentive.
Yeah, that is one of my questions later on.
Our Head and Shoulders director was from LA. He came here from LA, and one of the actresses was from Chicago, and they all came here to do it.
It's nice to see the hometown get some recognition, right? So have these locally produced commercials for you guys as actors given you national exposure?
Yes. I get so many random photos from friends and family of my face on a TV in some bar or their living room, and I just get texts like, "I passed, you were up." Somebody said it was in Trinidad. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sure,
I've
you're
lost
getting
track.
paid.
Yeah, we're on top of all
Okay,
that. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah. What about you, LaToya? I know you moved here from LA. Do you feel like you're getting noticed here for other projects as well?
Yeah, one of the cool things about being an actor is we get to work with so many different brands and meet so many different peoples and travel. So if you do a national commercial, it's everywhere, right? But I'm noticing doing work here, the community here is very excited, and that's really cool to see and experience. So I'm having a good time with that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, in light of the national actors and writers strike that is in part still going on, did these commercials being produced earlier this year help you all out financially, mentally, emotionally, being able to continue work because commercials were exempt from the strike?
I can't remember timeline-wise when
I want to say April, May.
Right before our shoot for Head and Shoulders.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it had already started.
Yeah, and I remember being worried that we wouldn't be able to, but you're right, commercials were not struck companies, and so yes, it was really great to continue to work and do that stuff.
Yeah, the ad agencies were still, I don't think that they were a part of the writer's strike. The writer's strike is now over, which is wonderful.
Yes.
Which hopefully means that, the Screen Actors Guild is back at the negotiation table with the studios, and hopefully that just means more and more now that we have tax credits and incentives here on the Missouri side at least, to be able to offer those productions to come here once we have that new contract.
Right. With Missouri just passing new tax incentives for productions, does having content to show from Kansas City help draw additional productions here? Not just commercials, but other productions as well.
Oh, I think it definitely does. I mean, I think the commercials are like that first little thing of people seeing it all the time, and seeing Kansas City as a whole. And then when they start to talk to the office, the film office, or whatever about shooting somewhere, and seeing what the crews have and what they've done immediately sells Kansas City in a great light for whatever's coming into town.
Yeah, we've also had those productions come here, those crew and those head positions, the directors coming in from out of town, just showcasing how wonderful our community is for those people that aren't from here to come and see that we're welcoming and hardworking, and that we have the talent to support bigger and better projects coming in with the tax credits.
So I'm going to finish this off with a couple of fun questions, things that I want to know. Where would you guys like to see Mahomes and Kelce shoot their next commercial production? Where in Kansas City is the next spot?
On top of the memorial.
Yeah.
Good skyline shot.
Yeah.
I really love the plaza. I just love the plaza in general. I love going there and shopping there. So I mean, like walking by and maybe seeing them there, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
We are the city of fountains, so maybe something to do with fountains.
There you go.
Good one.
And what other celebrities do you guys think should consider Kansas City for their next commercial or TV production?
Well, there's so many that call Kansas City home where they grew up. So the bigger ones would be Jason Sudeikis or Paul Rudd, or why not?
Janelle Monáe.
Oh, for sure. Why don't you just come here, visit your family, shoot a commercial or something? Why not?
Yeah, I would be even excited to see it expand beyond commercials.
Yeah.
You know, more film and television work, more SAG productions, non-union as well. I think that the city has shown that it can support that those kinds of larger budget productions, and so I'm hoping that it expands.
And then
Taylor Swift.
that's what I was looking for.
Leading into that.
Do you guys have any fun stories from set you'd want to pass along to our viewers before we part ways?
There was one when we were doing the State Farm one, where is it Kevin that plays Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin. Where they were done shooting kind of Mahomes' stuff and Jake's stuff, and he ended up staying. Kevin ended up staying, and when they were shooting all the other stuff, to read his lines because he was having so much fun with everybody there. And it was kind of cool because his dad came into town because we shot near Father's Day and stuff, and he was just like, I want to kind of stay and finish it. So he stayed for like another half hour, because they were having so much fun with the whole group and stuff. So we were having a blast.
Kevin Mills, who plays Jake from State Farm, is from St. Louis.
Oh, he's a Missouri boy.
A weird coincidence, one of my first commercials I did in LA was with Kevin. So we know each other.
What a small
It was so fun seeing him on set. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate that on the Head and Shoulder shoot, how kind Mahomes is and how willing he was to just small talk. He said, I've never been to Bonner Springs before. And I said, neither did I. We're at Bonner Springs, Kansas. Shout out to Bonner Springs. And he was just so kind, and there was no like big energy shift when he walks in. It's just like, oh my gosh, he's here. And then eyeballs. Poor guy. But super kind and friendly.
Is this something you're going to pass along to your family, the story of one-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes washed my hair on television?
Of course. Yeah. I'll never live it down, nor will I let people forget it. So
all of my family was like, which hand did you shake? Yeah. Which one was it?
Someone asked me if he was CGI'd into the scene for the Community America. He made eye contact with me. And laughed at something I said and spoke words to me, and my hands instantly started sweating. And she calmed me down. I love Mahomes, I love Kelce, and the Head and Shoulders commercial was
Hilarious.
it was so funny. I do remember he did, he messed up his lines once, which we all do. And he was so mad at himself, but he had said my name so determinedly. He was like, "I'm so sorry, Eileen," and I was like, "That's okay." You said my name. It's all right, you said my name, and that's all that matters in this moment.
Does watching a Chiefs game have a different effect for you guys now that you're like, oh, I know him?
It kind of does for me. My husband's always like, "It's your BFF." Yep, he's my BFF all the time.
My boyfriend says that he's essentially my best friend.
Yeah.
Mahomes is my best friend.
I think for me, it just brings a new level of respect. I mean, just seeing someone like in person and how kind and professional they are. I'm like, okay, he's talented on the field, but he's, you know, they're good people from what I can see. And so, yeah, it's just another level.
And I think seeing them be who they are all the time. Like we've seen them when they weren't necessarily in front of a million people on camera, and then it's like they're the same that they were with everybody else, of just being kind and being there and being professional and all that stuff. And so that's fun to see when it's like, yeah, that's the person that I saw when I saw him.
It's so cool.
It's great.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Taking a little bit of your morning before the game.
Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs. How about them?
All right, are we good back there? I think we're good, guys.
Yeah.